There we go. Did I never open this? I never opened this. Probably would have made sense if I would have done that. So yeah, we're gonna need to save up a little bit of money. I mean, we could always... Let's see. Finances. Park value's looking good. Loans. Interest rate, 80%! What kind of loan shark nonsense are you getting your loans from? 80%? What kind of madness is that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will wait. I will wait. 80%? Like, are you going to a payday lender? Like, what the heck is this? Like, a personal loan is like what? Like 6%, 10%, something like that? If you anywhere from 6 to 10% if you got reasonable credit. You shouldn't be paying no 80%. And a business loan at that, this wouldn't be just like a personal loan. This would be a business loan. Those shouldn't be nearly that high. It's crazy. It just blew my mind a little bit. Alright, so we got floorless coaster here. But it costs $7,600 just to make the station. It's only $5,700 for this, but these are really primitive, don't really have many options. I mean, you can't even really bank them all that much, so... We could always take a look at our research. We're getting a reasonable amount of research points. It's like 4,800 and we can make like wooden coasters, which is always a good one to go with. Can get small solar panels, it looks like. It's going to get really expensive really fast, isn't it? Yep, sure is. I'm a big fan of the wooden coasters, at least in the first game. I think getting a wooden coaster is probably going to be a smart move. So let's unlock wooden coasters. Just in general, wooden coasters are always really good in these games. The first game, the wooden coaster was like one of my go-tos. In fact, it was the one that made the most money. So... just the trains could be like pretty big, so I was able to really generate a lot of income with those. So we'll use wooden coaster here, and then let's see here, how expensive is? All right, so it's $9,600 for a station for one of these. So it is going to be a hot minute before we have enough. So let's go ahead and fast forward time again. Alright. We might be good to go ahead and start on this. We'll still keep building up money as we're working on it. So we're just going to go with a standard... just a standard wooden coaster here. Need to... okay, there we go. Alright. So we're just going to throw this right here. And then what I'm going to do, let's see, can we edit this station? There. Because I want the station the other direction. There we go. And then we're just gonna Max that bad boy out. 288. 288. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to. This doesn't need to be super tall. We're not gonna make like a monster coaster here. We'll be doing plenty of those later on. 80 degrees. Why not? We'll start it at 80 degrees, but we won't make it go that steep too long. We don't need this to be too entirely nuts. Especially since we're gonna run out of room here. Oops. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Apparently you can't zoom in. You can't zoom in while you're changing that. That's kind of annoying. This might be a bit much, but I'm having to turn real hard here to get it to not go out of bounds. Because I'm guessing, yeah, it's gonna do wackiness here because it's out of bounds. Let's go ahead and start the test here. So it's 100. It's only 100 feet tall, so it's not that insane. Nailed it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go back down here, but then we're gonna bank them real hard. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely crank on them here and see what happens. Make this kind of intense. I can remove that tree later. Oh, I don't need it to be that long. Alright, let's see what happens with that. Oh yeah. While banking slightly harder because now we're nice and slow. Yeah. So you can get away with that because it's nice and slow up here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to twist them right straight back the other direction. It's going to be like a little bit of a cut back there. Double check to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on with it. Okay. We're definitely starting to lose speed, so we're going to have to bring this thing home. So, what we can do here, why don't we do like a little bit of a helix down into the station. So, see here, how tall is that? Okay, so we're only 3 feet above. Alright, so now is when we do a little bit of a brake run. Friction brakes. Target speed 12 miles an hour. Let's do a light deceleration here. And then standard track to finish it off. So that slows it down before it comes into the station, like it should. Oops. There we go. That's much more reasonable. You're not just slamming into the station. We still got a solid 6.39, 4.12, 1.7. So yeah, that's a very, very solid coaster right there. I didn't make the station excessively long to try to get another car and whatnot, but yeah, that'll work. So now the entrance. You always kind of want to place it somewhere in the middle. Exit. Also somewhere in the middle because of the way that they board and unload. And we're just going to take this right straight to the path. And then this isn't powered. So we need some of this here. Power distributor. Oh, really? It's like just barely not powered. That's annoying. Alright, so this should be powered now. We can go ahead and open this up. Bargain price is 10. Premium price. Wow, really? That doesn't seem right. Prestige 870. You sure that's the right price? Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do some more digging into how this rating system works and whatnot, because it seems... Oh, hang on. The scenery rating is only 41%. So what if we take... and we put down some blueprints here. It's at 8. Right now it's at 870 Prestige, and they're willing to pay 1027. So let's speed it up for a second and see. See, now it shows 884. 1027. So what happens if I change this? It still shows 1027. So now it's at 892. Still 1027. So didn't seem to change much. Alright, so for now, let's just carry on. Run an advertising campaign for retail ravers. Oh, there it is. It's under guests. Alright, so we need to run an advertising campaign for retail ravers. In order to activate this advertisement, you need to meet the following conditions. Must be a gift shop, a drink shop, and a food shop. So we need a gift shop. Alright. Now, we should be able to go in here. Guests. Advertising. Retail ravers. Create 3 scenery pieces with... scenery pieces with a gift shop, a drink shop, and a food shop. Alright, well, there, that counts now, so now we just need another gift shop. There.
Wow. Can you believe these coasters actually existed? This is so much better than reading about them in a library.
Ha, I remember my first sight. All those hours in academia studying and dreaming about what was out there. But actually finding new discoveries, it never wears off. That feeling, the rush of unearthing history.
I have to say, you two would make quite a team. Like, who was it again, Eugene? Hannibal and Alexander?
They never actually met, Mr. Thompson.
Well, but imagine if they had. They'd be as unstoppable as one of these beautiful coasters.
Or they'd have clashed. Terribly.
Alright, so we got the gold objectives, finally. And then we need to complete the ride. However you pronounce this thing. I mean, first we're going to need to make sure we have power. So let's do that first. Alright. And then so it comes out here. It goes over this. It goes from here. And yeah, I'm guessing that that is correct. From there, it goes this way to here. Not sure why that's not wanting to auto connect. There it goes. And it goes from here to there. Along here, looks like, is that a booster run? Well, that's not right. There's a whole section here that didn't get used. Yeah, there's a whole section somewhere where it didn't get used. You know what? I bet it was this piece. Alright, let's try that. So that goes there, goes down to here. Goes in here. Yeah, this makes more sense. Loops, because it's going to be going kind of slow. And it's going to get a big boost. It's going to go up, over, to here. There, there, up and over this again, to here, then we're back to where we were just a second ago, and then that's going to auto connect to here, which is then going to bring it up, over, there, to there, to there, to here, back to here, around, and then brakes, turns, back in the station. So that should be good right there. done. This is a very solid coaster. This thing is pretty sweet. Well done. Okay. You know what? We'll set this one to premium, see what happens. And it's got a prestige of 1,000. So yeah, prestige of 1,000, it seems to be the max, at least on this level. We'll see as we go. But yeah, that seems to be kind of what you're shooting for, is 1,000 prestige. Have 70% of guests in a good mood. Well, nobody's in a good mood right now because it's raining. And we need 800 more guests in the park. Alright, let's take a look at our guests and see what their thoughts are. And the reason why that they're top negative, been wet for ages. Yeah, it's just because it's raining. I mean, technically I could build them like... I think I could probably build something for them to stand under. Which would keep them from getting wet. I could probably also build one of those clothes dryers. But with it raining like it is, like that's not going to help all that much. Basically, we just need to wait out this rain. And then, once our guests are in a better mood, it's going to bring more people to the park, I would assume. So, we'll wait until everybody's actually a little bit happier before we figure out what we're going to do. If we need to build any more rides or whatnot. So now that the rain has stopped, our happiness should start coming back up. Let's see. I mean, technically we could put a body dryer in here. So let's throw a couple body dryers in here in some of these like crowded places. So like technically you could just throw it in here. So like let's throw a couple in here. So there's a couple body dryers. And then there's a restroom for people. $0.90. No, we don't do that here. Let's see what's going on here. It's at critical condition. Schedule a refurbishment to avoid a breakdown. Did the mechanic fix it? I mean, let's see what happens here if we don't do anything. And I've already requested a mechanic. Oh, there they are. They're just waiting on the ride to end. So let's go ahead and speed up time to let all these people's happiness come back up a little bit. The cube is broken down, which I figured was going to happen. Well, what happens now? Does the mechanic actually put it back wear rate low? The refurbishment wouldn't cost nearly as much. but it only took it back to 55%. Two out of 8. I'm just making sure that everything is just kind of running smoothly here. This is surprisingly complex for a first level. Like it's got me almost a little concerned about how complicated it's going to get later on, because for a first level, this has taken quite a while, and it's pretty complex. This game might actually end up being a bit of a challenge later on. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up time again. Because you can see as our guests' mood is increasing because we've gotten everybody drying off and whatnot. The number of guests is increasing, so really once everybody's satisfied for the most part, we should be up kind of where we need to be. Alright, we're at 70%. Now we just need to have the right amount of guests. Well, it becomes unusable because it's a 0% cleanliness. Okay. Daily income greater than 200,000. Alright, so I'm only at 155,000 right now, but that's probably collective over the entire day. I'm guessing that was how much I made over the day, which means I might just end up needing to do a whole nother day. Because I doubt I'm gonna make it by the end of this day. So honestly, we're just gonna play on 3 times now. Now technically I beat this park a while back, because I think you only needed like silver in order to go on. I got like a trophy around silver that would have allowed me to continue on. But we're gonna be getting the platinum or whatever it is for each park. Satisfaction. Achieve 70% of guests in a positive mood at the end of a day with at least 25. Okay, so I got a trophy. I got a trophy there, but we didn't complete this one. But we did complete a full day. So now basically we just have to go through an entire full day. We'll keep it on 3 times speed. I might make a cut here, just to take it to where this day ends, because this might take a minute. Oh, son of a... Are you kidding me? There was another step? If I would have known there was going to be another step, I would have done more while I was waiting. Park rating of 4.5. God dang it. Guest experience 4.3. Oh, there it was. Right when I went to close. Park rating. So we need more unique attractions. So I guess let's just throw down some new rides. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just spam out a few rides wherever we can place them. Like, do I need to hire more? I mean, like, what's going on here?
It's finally done.
Oh, there.
They're
Jeez.
all restored. Despite the Foundation's questionable method, this really is a moment in history.
It's incredible how much coasters have changed over time. What if one day someone is digging up our coasters and calling them old?
You should embrace change, my boy. I choose to change my underwear at least twice a day.
That's a bit too much information, but it's an interesting perspective nevertheless. Something to consider, perhaps.
Anyway, with the coasters all fixed up, it's time for a new challenge.
You go ahead. I want to do some more research here with Adriana first.
Ah, right. Oh, Understood.
No, it's not like that. Oh.
Say no more, lad. Say no more.
Attaboy. There we go. Platinum objective completed. That was surprisingly difficult for a first level. This is hopefully not the rest of these levels are going to be like this, because this level took quite a while. If it does, I mean, that's cool. You're going to get your gameplay's worth out of it, but man, that was a lot.